for joining us and sharing your story this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Let's start making in January. You're at the YMCA. You're in a spinning class, and what happens?
All of a sudden, my whole left side just like tensed up, and I couldn't. I was trying to grab the handlebars, and I couldn't control it. So then I got up and I grabbed all my stuff and I walked out, and I was gonna go get help, but then everything started falling out of my hands, and then I fell, and someone saw me and went and got help.
Did you recognize as your body started to go through this transition what was going on, or was your immediate reaction to get out of the room and try and find some help?
At first, I didn't know what was really going on. I knew it was my left side, so I thought there was something going on, like with my heart. And then I thought I was having a seizure because it was like really tense. And then as time went on and my face started to droop, I realized it was a stroke.
What else do you remember about that? Did you fall to the ground?
I fell like against the wall, and then I fell down.
And is it all left side or just up on the side of your face?
My whole left side.
What do you remember about what happened next?
And then the EMTs came, and I just kept saying to them, I'm 22, this isn't supposed to happen to me. And they were like, we don't know what happened yet. And I was like, I know I had a stroke. So I kept telling them that I was scared and that this wasn't supposed to happen.
And Elaine, you were at the YMCA when this happened. You were not in the class that she was in for the spinning, but you happened to be in another area of the Y.
Yes.
What went through your mind as all of a sudden you see this rush of emergency personnel going to someone you don't know who it is at this point?
No, I didn't know who it was, and I was concerned because East Bridgewater is a small community, and we knew it was a young person that was in the spinning class. And I knew my daughter was there, but I said, oh no, it can't be her, she's too healthy. But I wanted to give the person, whoever was on the stretcher, their privacy, having a conversation with kids that were still home. On Christmas break at that point, she yelled out to me as much as she could, Mom, and I recognized that.
While she was on the floor, she yelled that out?
No, she's on the stretcher being railed out at this point. And I looked at her, and she's like, I'm having a stroke. And I could tell she was having a stroke because of the left side of her face and her left arm being so contorted, just with the tone.
Had you ever seen someone have a stroke before? Had it run through your family? Did you
No.
recognize, or just when she verbally communicated that to you and you saw what was going on?
Yeah, she verbalized it, and I think just from social awareness, I knew by looking at her that she was having a stroke. And I knew we had a short window to get medicine administered to her to have, the best effect of the medicine. And I don't have any medical training. I just...
Motherly instinct.
I don't know.
How are you doing now? This is a couple months ago. I know you've gone through rehab. Explain just what that rehab has been like and how you're doing now.
It's really, really slow. It's a lot slower than I thought it would be. When I was first in the hospital, I told myself it could be... I was like, I'm going to be fine in 2 weeks. And then when I got to Spalding, they told me that I was going to be there for a month, and I was like, that's not right. And now it's 3 months later, and I'm still not better. So it's just a really slow process, and it's very gradual. I mean, I don't really notice things that much because I'm getting better every day, little by little. So like when people haven't seen me for a week or a few days, they'll say that I'm doing so much better. I don't really notice it as much though because it's just things that keep happening on their own.
They're small victories.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part, the physical or the mental rehab?
It's a little bit of both because I think it's the hardest part about it mentally is the fact that I can't physically do things that I'm used to doing, and that's the most frustrating thing is that, especially because I'm someone that likes to do things for myself, and I like to do things quickly, and now that I can't do things for myself and that I need help from other people, and I hate asking for help, but I need it now. So I like to be able to do things for myself, and the fact that I can't do that is very mentally draining.
Well, you are getting some help. I wanted to mention too, you have an event next Friday. Tell us about that, and you're also in a race.
Yep. Next Friday we're having a benefit at the Commercial Club in East Bridgewater. And there's going to be raffles and auctions and food, and there's a DJ and all this stuff, and we just want to raise money to student loans and my medical bills, and then also I want to turn it around and help other stroke victims too. Hopefully young ones, because there's a lot of them in the area.
Well, it's certainly going to raise awareness. It's something that not a whole lot of people at this age go through. You're young, you're healthy, and all of a sudden it happens to you. You start to realize it can happen to some other folks as well. Megan and Elaine, we certainly appreciate you coming in here and sharing your story. We know that's not easy, so we thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Savani, over to you.
All right, Brett, incredible story right there. Thanks for that. Well, Vince.